No dobrze. Lecimy, start episode 5.
I mean, your eyes and the teeth. You're not really supposed to do that, are you?
Not if I can avoid it. No.
Holly's sister, Lily.
I just don't know what Bigby's doing. If he cares about it. If he even gives a shit.
That's why you can't tell me anything. It's the ribbon, isn't it?
We're destroying the tree. No! What monsters are you? What horrible, evil, villainous, warped monsters are you?
Hey, you're not really gonna send me to the farm, are you?
Broń Boże, Colin.
Look, maybe a few will get sent up, but you're my friend, Colin. I wouldn't do that to you.
Oh God, Bigby!
This time was no joke. Eat as many metal shellings as you see fit, but take just one more silver round near your heart, and the only place I'll be visiting you is the morgue.
Bigby, wait. When you get the Crooked Man, make sure you bring him back alive. He has to stand trial.
Why don't you have a seat, Sheriff? We have a great deal to discuss.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. Great deal to discuss. Ostatni epizod. Dają się teraz tym paskiem. Muszę przelistać. Nie, nie wiem o co chodzi. The Wolf Among Us. Among Us. Jeszcze raz. The Wolf Among Us. Love it. Episode 5. Cry Wolf.
You've come a long way.
Of course I did.
You must be tired. And if my envoys are correct, you haven't had a lot of rest recently. Please, Sheriff, relax for a moment, will you? Do you want a drink? Something to eat? Vivian makes a very nice, it's elegant. Really, her carpaccio, it's lobster, sirloin. Well, gramercy me, take a seat at the very least.
Got a scotch?
Only Tennessee whiskey, unfortunately. What do you think you're doing?
He's gonna...
Mr. Wolf is our guest, and I have every intention of cooperating. So don't waste the silver. Sit down, Jersey. Well, Sheriff, for the sake of transparency, why don't you tell us why you're here? It would help settle everyone's nerves, I think.
You're destroying this town. You've been doing it for ages.
Destroying this town? What on earth do you mean?
What the hell do you think I mean? Slavery? Kidnapping? Extortion? Murder? What would you call the wholesale corruption of Fabletown?
I would call it the baseless accusation of a desperate sheriff.
Modus a modus.
Are you certain this isn't some conspiracy against me? I'm a well-connected man, well-moneyed. People do like to take their shots at me.
You're right that there's a conspiracy, but you're the one behind it.
I have no need for treachery, Bigby. I do everything right out in the open. But I can understand the confusion, and I am truly sorry about the trouble all this has caused you. And I hope you believe me when I say, Sheriff, that I sincerely mean to make it up to you. The recent murders that have gotten such attention as of late, I don't relish telling you that they were perpetrated by an employee of mine. It's a very unfortunate bit of business, but I promise you that the matter will be dealt with internally. I just want to settle the issue for you, and to assure you that it's over with. You really don't need to worry yourself further.
I already know who did it.
Forgive me, Sheriff, for doubting your acumen, but who do you think
Oczywiste to
committed
jest.
these crimes? It's been a long couple of days for you.
It was Georgie, all right?
Well done, Sheriff. I'm sorry I doubted you. However, like I said, I'll be handling the matter if you don't mind.
Yeah, I killed him, so what?
So what?
You should have just kept your nose where it fucking belonged.
Georgie.
Why'd you do it? Why kill them?
Does it matter?
Look, the fact is, George here misinterpreted one of my instructions.
Misinterpreted?
And I want to make things right. So, let's work something out.
What's there to work out? I'm protected, aren't I?
Your protection has limits, and I think you've far exceeded yours. But you could murder someone in cold blood like that.
You fucking asked me to do this.
And
You
then
told me
attempt
to
to
kill
blame
him.
me for it. You will be silent while we discuss what to do with you.
This is right bollocks, this. You're just gonna let him do this?
So what do you say, Sheriff? Can we discuss terms? You can have Georgie. Consider it a gift, ensuring our continued cooperation.
What the hell?
Take this fucker. Take all of them. I didn't fucking
Don't
start
make
this.
any trouble, Georgie.
Are you seriously throwing me under the fucking carriage?
Kurde, on chce teraz współpracować, zobaczymy.
Talk.
You can't just hand me over. What the fuck is this shit? You said you'd cover for us.
For minor infractions, not murder.
Just go with him, Georgie. You're gonna sink us all.
What's wrong with you people? You're really gonna sell him out just like
You
that?
think I give a fuck if I'm the one? Who the shit do you think you fuckers are?
surrender.
After?
The
fuck out of
I do apologize, Sheriff, but I think it's best if you leave now.
There's no way I'm going with him. Are you kidding me?
Things are about to get unpleasant, and I would rather you weren't here to watch.
You can go join
No,
that
chcę
whore at the bottom of the
popatrzeć.
lake for all I give a shit. But he's not taking me anywhere. I'll roll over on the lot of you before I let that shit happen.
What are you saying?
Yeah, what the fuck? You're gonna make sure we all go down this shitter with you?
I told you.
Get the fuck away from me. He's the one you fucking want.
This could have gone so well. But you just had to complicate things.
Ja?
To speak the truth, I've never been a very good mediator. Why negotiate when you can just decide?
Słucham? Ja pierdolę. To się napierdalamy. Hej, Bloody Mary. Chciałem współpracować, bo nie jestem u siebie. No słuchaj.
Well, look at you, all fixed up.
Ała. Ty kurwo. To było łatwe.
Over here.
Nawet nie próbuj.
You're done, Wolf.
Come on, we're pretty much done here.
I'd like to say it was nice
Wypier...
knowing you, but I'll be glad to see
Kurwa
how
dalej.
your size turned out.
O! Brawo. Jesteście dumny? Ty kutasie? O!
Oh god.
Wow.
This way.
Tu. Okej. Dobrze.
Come on, Georgie.
Oh, shit.
I know.
Oho. Stara będzie prowadzić. Ja pierdolę. Hamuj. Gdzie kurwa gdzie pojedziesz? Jebane plastikowe kurwa zderzaki. Laser leci. No dobrze. Hop. Mały sepers. Ale autobusy. Prawo bym powiedział, ale nieważne, on wie lepiej. Jezu, spokojnie. O. Bu. 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 I bu. O, bu. Kurwa. Mam ich.
Fuck, what was that?
O kur... Dobrze. Michael Myers, przez to.
Take him off!
I can't.
Oła. Mnie nie przyjechała. Ciekawe. No dobrze. O.
Gun it!
Are you sure?
Do it!
He's not moving.
Keep going!
Okej, to nie była aż tak zła decyzja. Można było się to spodziewać, szczerze.
Come on.
Fuck it!
Co tam się stało w tym samochodzie? Dobra, wiem, że on tam jest, przecież no, tak, wiemy. No, holy shit. Wcale nie ziamnęliśmy go nożem w ogóle.
Come on. We can't stay here.
Sheesh, Jezu.
Hang on, I need a minute.
Okay.
Shit. Hello, Bigby.
O,
I hope
Georgie.
you senses. Oh, Crooked Man's the one you want. But of course, you're too much of an idiot to see that. Or maybe you just like me too much to let me go. That it, Sheriff? Had to say goodbyes first.
Please, Sheriff. Haven't you done enough? Look at him. He's dying.
Vivian, you don't know what you're doing.
I'm trying to help you here.
Just leave it alone.
You can't seriously want to protect this guy. You know what he did.
I'm not going anywhere.
Oops.
It isn't his fault.
He's a murderer. Faith and Lily, he's the reason they're dead.
Look, I know he made a few mistakes. We all have.
What?
He made sure they couldn't talk with those damn ribbons, and then he killed them. You're wearing one yourself. Doesn't that bother you even a little, knowing that man murdered...
Of course it does. Those girls
So
are
it's
like...
all my fucking fault then?
I
You
didn't
fucking...
mean-
Ah! You're gonna throw me to the fucking wolf too? You know I didn't have a goddamn choice. What the fuck? Ugh. I did what I had to! You can't fucking blame me for that.
Look, I'm
Sometimes you just have to do what you're told. Then it comes back to bite you in the ass because some good-for-nothing crooked bastard decides you're not worth shit anymore. Ugh.
Why'd you do it then, huh? If it's not your fault, then what the fuck happened?
Look, Faith and the others tried to pull a run on us. And as you can imagine, the crooked man wasn't too thrilled. But of course, the big boss didn't want to get his fucking hands dirty. So he told me to take care of it. You think I don't know what that means? Either I do what he says or I'm the one getting dealt with. So I fucking killed him. And I'd do it again. 'Cause it's not my fault. The crooked man gave the order. He told me to kill them. And then he fucking sold me out. The both of you can go rot in hell.
Georgie.
You think I'm the one to fucking blame?
That's not what I meant. I was just trying
I know what you were trying to do. You're trying to lay this all on me. You and everyone else.
You're not thinking. Georgie, you know that's not what I meant.
Then what was that? He calls me a murderer and you're gonna fucking take his side? Go ahead and kill me then. But it won't bring back Lily or Faith. It won't free your friend Narissa. And I'm just the sap taking the fall for the whole thing. It must be so easy being you. Just come in here and blame me for all this shit. Job's done, right? George is the bad guy. It's all his fucking fault. But what was I supposed to do? You don't know what it's like, Bigby. How could you know? At the end of the day, you're just like him. Coming here, talking about options. Like it was that simple. I would have lost everything. All of it. So maybe I did have a choice. But it wasn't fucking worth it. What would you have me do? Kill her?
Georgie, don't.
It was them or Vivian. So you tell me, if freeing Lily meant she had to die. Do you still think I had a fucking choice?
What are you doing?
I told you. You don't know the fuck about anything.
What are you talking about?
This is the original. The
Girl with a ribbon.
I'm sure you've heard the stories. Couldn't take it off. Couldn't talk about it. She used her little purple ribbon to make more of them. To keep our girls quiet. To ensure absolute discretion.
You promised you wouldn't.
All that magic is connected to this little thing. You remove hers, and the spell's broken. They're all free. But you know what happens to her? The same thing that happened to Faith. So don't you come in here and tell me I fucked up.
What the hell, Georgie? We were supposed to look out for each other. I trusted you.
You can't fucking blame me. You're not innocent here either.
I know that. But did it have to be like this? You sold me out.
Welcome to the club, then.
You have to understand. Nobody was supposed to die. When we built this place, it was just a stupid idea. A gimmick. Discretion is our guarantee. That's how it started, anyway. This was supposed to be our place. We were gonna be in charge for once, and nobody would try to control us or use us. That was the point. Then the crooked man showed up, and everything just turned to shit.
So, do you get it now? Why I couldn't just... If you still think it's so fucking simple, then you do it. Go right ahead. Kill her then.
What are you doing?
Break the spell. Save the fucking day.
Stop it!
I told you. Sometimes all your options are shit. What the fuck are you supposed to do then?
I'm not playing this game, Georgie. I won't kill her.
Don't talk about me like I'm not even here. Please. You think this is hard for you? My life is such a fucking burden on your conscience. Don't I get a say? It's my life. Like it was either of yours to give up in the first place.
I wasn't really...
Just shut up. What makes you think you can just... I know what I've done.
Wait.
Yeah.
I'm sick of everyone thinking that they can just do what they want with my life. I thought it would be different here. But it's all the fucking same.
Vivian, I didn't mean...
Do you think I wanted to be this person? What I did to Faith and Lily? To all of them.
Vivian, wait.
Every day I have to look Gwen and Hans in the eye and pretend I don't care. I have to forget what I've done to them, what I took away from them. I look at Nerissa and I hate myself.
Vivian!
I can't pretend anymore.
What are you doing?
Vivian! Don't!
Goodbye,
Vivian!
Georgie.
No! Fuck! No! Why'd you have to do that, Vivian?
To
Vivian!
trochę wyjaśnia.
Shit!
Just... Jesus.
Vivian! I didn't fucking mean it. I was just... Oh. Oh, fuck!
Get up.
Robiacz.
Get up!
Don't think so, Bigby.
No, porządnie to.
I'm gonna die
Widzieliśmy.
here. I think we both know that. Just make sure you give the crooked man the same treatment when you find him. Really fuck him up for me, alright? For both of us. You know the bastard deserves it. Make a promise to a dying man. Give him hell.
He's gonna have it worse. Don't worry.
Good. Old foundry by the river, all right? Shepherd Metalworks. He'll be there. Fucking asshole. You want to finish me off now? Or do you plan to kick me around a little first? Rip my limbs off one by one? That's what you want to do, right? Well, whatever it is, just get it over with. I'm not sticking around for much longer.
That's not who I am.
Sure it's not. No more games, all right? We both know how this ends. Just make it quick.
All right, Georgie.
Goodbye, Georgie. Okay, okay. I mean, okay. No dobrze, no co ja mam powiedzieć, no. Ale to trochę wyjaśnia, tak delikatnie. Quick cash. No to chyba koniec podjęcia spoj. Co teraz? No właśnie, to miejsce. Obstałem, że najpierw będziemy musieli się przewalczyć przez Bloody Mary, ponieważ ona pojechała z nim. A limuzyna gamingowa tylko.
Still warm. He's here, all right.
Czyli Georgia Crown. Let's go.
Of course.
Oczywiście. Otwieraj, kurwa. Shepard Metalwork. Zacząć od tego, o paczuszki z tego.
So this is where they've been sending these.
Okej. O, to dla mnie ta lampka, dziękuję. Mam dziwne wrażenie, że są bardzo świadomi tego, że tutaj przyszedłem. Takie delikatne mam wrażenie.
Bigby Wolf.
O, no właśnie. Gdzie ty jesteś?
Big Bad Wolf. You used to be something.
O. 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 Jest tutaj śmiechnięci. O wow. O wow.
They used to fear you. They'd hide anywhere their small, shivering bodies would fit.
Srebrne kule.
Silver.
The big bad wolf.
Ja pierdzielę. A what? Kurwo.
It's about time you showed up.
I had to take care of some things first.
Little errand boy. That's nice.
Ah, Bigby. I see you made it here in one piece.
That's
I
right.
apologize, but I have some business to attend to. I leave it in
Mówisz.
the capable hands of my associate. Come find me when you finish, dear.
Don't worry. This won't take long.
No
Get
dobrze,
out of
zobaczymy.
my way now. Don't make this worse.
Aw, he doesn't want to play.
I'm sure you'll persuade him.
Wow, what a man. Stealing punches while my back is turned. Didn't your mother ever teach you to fight proper?
To luzik, ale tak obroniłem się. Dole. Będzie zabawa. To światło coś tak buzuje, nie wiem o co chodzi z tym światłem. Ja pierdolę, to jest raczej finalna forma, kurwa, tam była. Chciałem zobaczyć, jak wygląda w finalnej formie. Nie wiem, czy Pigbiru widzieliśmy w finalnej formie, nie jestem do końca pewien, czy widzieliśmy go w tej takiej maksymalnej formie. Szczerze wydaje mi się, że widzimy więcej do pokazania. Coś się dzieje. Aha. Ła. Ła. Nie ten guzik. Ała. A, pierdolę, to będzie zabawa dopiero. Dobry guzik, ale... To dostaje, kurwa. Teraz to było szybkie, ty. Kurwa, pokaż się. No właśnie, oj. A, kamerka jest. Ja no ciężko tą kamerkę ustawić w sumie, ale o, lepiej. Wracając, teraz mi się nie podoba. Okej, spirytka. No kurwa, spirytka 1-1. No może 1-2. Wypierdalaj. Oło. Albo hard w sumie, ciężko to... A co jak poczekam? O, to był jeszcze gorszy pomysł, nieważne. Jest. Au. Czas się chyba Tredate i wkurwić. A to jest taka pizda, kurde, będzie się ci... No hej. To jest połączenie, kurde, splitki hack, co się dzieje? A stronę strzeliła. No i dyscyplina jest prawdziwa. Mam wrażenie, że ta. Bo wszyscy są prawdziwe, kurwa, tylko ja jestem... Oła. Kurwa, wszyscy są prawdziwe, ty fy. Napierdalamy się, oła. Oła. Pierdalaj z moich pleców. Pierdalaj. Ty też, ty też, ty też, ty też. I wy wszyscy. I oła, 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 oła. Finalna forma Bilby, czas na to. O kurwa. Oj. Uf, uf. Dobry pie... Będziemy... O nie. O, star znaczy. Wow. Tego się nie spodziewałem. Wow. On był piękny. Big Bad Wolf. Ha. O, dopiero był duży, zły wilk. Teraz jest nagi wilk. O, ciuchy. How convenient, what the fuck. Nie podglądaj, kurwa.
Hello, Bigby. You look tired.
Give me one good reason
Hello,
to
Kid
rip
Pussy.
you apart right now.
This gun holds 6 rounds of specially designed silver bullets. Now, I may not be the best shot, but I can guarantee that at least one bolt will meet its mark, and you'll find yourself rolling
Dobry całkiem powód.
unable to heal yourself. Without Swinehart to save you, you'll die. Is that reason enough for you?
Yeah.
Before you do anything with me, I thought I should point out a few things. Snow White wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't she? And that's what I want. You plan to do what she says, don't you?
Snow's not here. You're dealing with me now.
That may be true, but I'd advise against defying your new boss, at least for the time being. You will bring me back alive. Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community. And I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can we at least agree on that? I will have a trial.
You need to tell me right now. We're not going anywhere until I get some answers from you.
If you want answers, you're going to have to cooperate with me. Look, there's no reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny, coming from a guy pointing a gun at my head.
This is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm no murderer, Mr. Wolf. I didn't kill those women. And I think you know that. All I'm
Ale
asking
straciłeś
is
to.
a chance to explain my side of the story.
If you're not a killer, then what are you?
Biznesmen.
I'm a businessman,
Oczywiście.
not a killer.
There's still a lot you have to answer for.
And I will, as long as you agree to my terms. Because I'm not saying another word until I'm brought before the community. I don't mean to belabor the
Dobrze, no.
but just so we're clear, if you change your mind and decide to do something stupid, you won't get your answers. But you will have a difficult time explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this miserable town. You're often reckless, and I worry you're not thinking of the... Let me ask you an honest question.
No co jest?
What do you really care about here? Where this case is concerned, I mean. Do you really want the truth? Or do you just want to look like the hero? Because those are two very different things.
This is about
Zobaczmy to.
protecting Fabletown. When some asshole murders two of our people, it's my job to bring them down.
Then why are you here? You know who murdered them. Georgie. He's dead, isn't he? My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I understand you have an obligation to bring me in, but you can brighten up a little. It's over. So, shall we get going? I'd rather not dawdle. You know, I'm actually looking forward to seeing Miss White again. My previous interactions with her have gone rather well.
All right, let's go. Hand over the gun.
Co on
I'd
powiedział?
rather hold on to it, if you don't mind. What do you say?
No dobra, się trzymaj, wiem, że mnie nie zajebiesz, bo się przyjebany.
I'm sure Miss White will be pleased. Such a reliable pup. I understand why she'd want to keep you around.
You're under arrest.
Nie dam się.
You'll be given a trial in front of your peers. And your punishment will follow.
Nie dam się wkurwić. Jakby nie wiem, za daleką drogę przeszedłem, żeby go złapać. Żeby teraz mnie wkurzył, jestem, że jestem posłusznym pieskiem.
But we have to do something. Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing happening?
Are we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to.
Hello, hello, hello.
The Crooked Man.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
Are you okay? It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked Man's place.
Why? Don't I look okay?
I guess you've been worse. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know. I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Spokojnie, poczekaj. Musimy być uczciwi.
Where the fuck do you get off? You think you have the right to just do this to people? You're a fucking crook.
You should be
Fucking
ashamed.
shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder
As
of
I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not
Georgie, Porgy, chuj.
It was Georgie?
Georgie?
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White, but I thought it would be unwise to proceed with such faulty information.
Bigby, is that true?
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
Sincerely hope not. Well, where is he?
Sheriff?
I killed him. He's dead.
He's... what?
Dead. So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
What other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
I'm well aware of my rights, Miss White. Unless you plan to abandon the charter entirely.
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf.
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
Aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're involved.
Come on, it's obvious.
And there's all the other crap he's done.
Everyone just shut up for a minute. You wanted a chance to talk? Well, go ahead.
What?
We all know he's guilty. What the fuck does he need to speak for?
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government, and most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
well.
fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get on
but
with it
we promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to let
is
him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets.
I po co przedłużają? Niech kurwa powie, rozrzucę i chuj mu w dupę i kończymy. Oni się oburzają, daj po prostu powiedzieć mu dupę, kurwa. Sram mu do kurwa tego co mam pod okiem.
You have the floor.
Przepraszam.
Thank you, Miss White.
Thank you, Miss White.
I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
This is such bullshit.
for
He's
once.
always been a bit of a powder keg. It was only a matter of time before something like this happened.
If you were so offended by it, why'd you cover it up then? If it had nothing to do with you and your shit, then why'd you try to protect him for so
What
long?
cover up? I never made any attempt to hide Georgie's criminal activity from you. I learned of it myself
For
only recently.
fuck's sake. Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Tell them, Bigby. When you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
Yeah, and your goons attacked me. Did you forget that part?
They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I've protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
I really hope you're going somewhere with this.
I see, you want to cut right to the point. I can appreciate that. Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
You're not serious. I know what you do to people. I've seen it firsthand. What you did to Faith, the way you manipulated her. Do you really think any of those girls were free? Do you really think Faith wanted to...
I'm sorry, Lawrence. I'm sorry that your wife came to me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my best judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah. That's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
Yes, but...
Wasn't I?
We didn't abandon anyone. We've been trying to help them.
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
They burned my tree to ashes.
What?
You burned it down?
You see?
Why would you do that?
There's more to this than they're saying, okay? It was necessary to keep this town safe. Greenleaf was using her magic to help Crane and the Crooked Man.
What choice did I have?
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me.
So
You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with a crooked man.
Oh, what the fuck?
We've made
Ocie?
some mistakes. I've made some mistakes.
Nieprawda.
Believe me, I truly want what's best for this town.
+1.
And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
Like you did with her?
Maybe you haven't noticed, but we've been doing all this to protect you. We're trying to stop people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength. And if things didn't fall exactly his way, someone would die.
Do you really think the Crooked Man cared about you? He just cared about your money. He cares about your obedience.
They're right.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over, and those girls will have their justice.
Let's fucking go.
Very good, very good. The
To
sentiment
szybciej.
is surely
Posadziłeś
appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded.
Mówisz?
The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a confession
A confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
Snow?
So, are we done?
And what about your history? All you've done to this fucking town.
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just
Of course it's right. This man tormented all of you, for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
them.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did, because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course. Where are you going with this?
Well, by that logic, Miss White should be on trial for Tweedledum's murder, since you know Bigby works for her.
That's...
He killed a man.
That don't make him a murderer.
Doesn't it?
For fuck's sake, killing someone who's trying to kill you is
They were
hardly...
there to retrieve Crane. You didn't need to escalate things.
Me? It was them. And who sent those two freaks
Oh.
anyway?
Bigby and I have already discussed his behavior that night. We're handling it internally.
Have I heard that before? How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
You can't be serious.
That was different.
What? You think you shouldn't be held accountable?
Snow had nothing to do with it. We all thought she was dead.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened.
Ale co się
Right before you
rozpierdolę
decided to
zaraz.
kidnap
To
him.
będzie
It was for his own protection.
For his own protection.
Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
Wyjaśnienie.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
Ale jakimi my jesteśmy, kurwa, w ogóle, co ty mówisz?
It's simply never.
Nie wiem, ja jestem, kurwa, szeryfem, ona jest, kurwa, wysoko postawioną kobietką, a ty jesteś, kurwa, randomer, która sobie robi biznes, kurwa, mówi, ja mam odpowiedzieć za swoich ludzi, a ty nie będziesz, bo jestem, kurwa, policjantem,
Happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for
Nie
their
wiem,
own...
chłop chce mnie, kurwa, zabić, ja go zabiję, ale ten ma problemy, kurwa, zabijcie jej.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I
The
know.
laws apply when we need them to.
Bluebeard, please.
Everyone just shut the fuck
I
up.
need a certain level of privilege should be afforded to
To who?
This is how it's always been.
Yes. See, this is exactly to what I'm speaking. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens?
My
Who will
brutality.
protect you from the big bad wolf?
Big bad wolf, sam ty pizdy.
Bigby? Miss White!
O kurwa, Risa.
Excuse me, dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Bo ona nie żyje, więc Ribbon nie działa. Zaklęcie chyba nie działa, tak?
I
Jeśli...
need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Bluebeard.
What?
Of course. Go right ahead.
Muszę kichnąć.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut up.
No,
You
dziękuję.
enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
Vivian killed herself back at the Pudding and Pie.
I'm sorry, I don't think I know
Narissa!
your-
My name is Narissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me. And now I can finally say, you're an asshole. And I hope you rot at the bottom of the witching well for what you did.
We know what happened.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me?
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well.
No, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you?
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free after this.
Wait!
What did you expect to happen here? You're getting what you deserve.
Well done, then.
Dzięki.
Now,
WP,
for your
jedzie.
sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody.
We don't have to
We
kill
can't prison him.
anybody.
Lock him up forever.
Lock
somewhere
him
he
up
can never hurt
forever.
anyone again.
How
What
can
kind
we
of
be
peace
sure
is
he won't
that?
escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's not
assure
good
you,
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't there
stopped.
been
I
enough
don't get it.
bloodshed
So
we
already?
get rid of him.
Dangerous.
Zamknijcie się,
Everyone,
kurwa.
listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
Sędzia.
Going nowhere.
To jest sędzia.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Why not?
What about a
Snow zadecyduje.
Snow should decide what we do with him. She's gonna be the deputy mayor,
But
so...
she's not the deputy mayor yet.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really. He should be the judge.
That makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine. Are you sure? This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Zła
Okay.
decyzja.
Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
My call.
Just do what you think is
It's
right.
my call. 10. You know, actually, like.
Yes, Sheriff. Do what you think is right.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
No.
Albo go loknę i złamię obietnicę Georgiego. Oderwę mu głowę, dopełnię obietnicę Georgiego, ale pokażę jaki starałem się nie być przez całą grę, czyli agresywnym, jebanym wilkiem, który nie powinien żyć w społeczeństwie. Albo zrobię to, co słuszne i w międzyczasie spełnię obietnicę, którą dałem Georgiemu. Rzucę go w studnię, no.
He has to
We can
die.
lock him
Just
away.
fucking get rid of him.
Just fuck. O fuck, kurwa mać. Potem się pozastanawiał. No. No i co teraz? No i co teraz? Bajo.
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment.
Zamknij się. Coś kliknąłem.
You know, just between us, I was gonna let you live. But now...
You're going to miss me.
Coś kliknąłem, nie wiem co kliknąłem. Ale... Dobra.
No, I won't.
Nie mam zamiaru.
For Lily. And Faith.
Czas na mój slow clap.
Yes.
For Lily and
Another one of us
Faith.
to erase from the books.
Szysz. The Woodland Luxury Apartments. One day later. No musisz się wyspać. Huff and puff.
Oh, hi. Sheriff Bigby. Great,
Oh.
great to see you.
Żabol.
I don't know if you remember me.
I know who you are, Flycatcher. You've worked at the Woodlands for how many years now?
I think I've lost count. Are you gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be
Sure.
down in a minute.
Okay, great.
Hello.
This fucking line.
Hi. 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 Hi.
Oh,
Jezus.
Mr. Wolf, Flycatcher left his keys.
Is everything okay? You look...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this. We'll talk later, okay?
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
No dobrze. Jo, tam było winner car. O,
Someone's gonna see you, Colin.
nice win, bro. Jej, Colin został. Szukamy teraz razem, kupił nam piwerko. Let's go, pluszczam widzowie na czacie, let's go. Aw.
I'm going. Jesus.
Młodysny typ.
We only have like 5 minutes.
They carry me for fuck's sake. I don't give a shit.
Ale się uspokój, tak?
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
No wiesz.
Morning, Sheriff.
Morning,
nice
Toad.
fucking day.
Really nice fucking day.
Shit. Just go grab that, would you?
How are you, holding up? I know this isn't ideal for you.
Wait,
Dobrze.
Sheriff Bigby, I have
To jest
something.
młody.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
A to ciebie jest kurwa problem, a nie kurwa do mnie. Powinieneś mieć problem sami do siebie. No.
Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so
A?
if you could bring it to her, she was nice. So
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best. It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, because when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there. And they
Ogres?
eat people in their
What the
sleep
fuck?
sometimes.
God, I hope not.
We have to go. I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore.
Don't worry. You'll be a lot safer there. There's plenty of space to run around, and a nice river nearby so you can swim all you want.
Even in daytime?
Even in daytime.
You don't have to worry about the Mundy seeing you. It'll be nice. Come on. It won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves.
So you wouldn't know, would you?
Zamknij się, Todd.
We're all set.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Bye, TJ.
Hey, Bigby,
O Jezus. Co?
where's your friend, Colin?
What Colin?
Where's the fucking pig?
How should I know?
TJ mogę zabrać ze sobą do Colin, no to jest taki niemiły, niefajny, a
Saying
to...
goodbye?
O, hej. Jesteś? Tada, to przyjdź. Proszę.
Hi.
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 What's up?
You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to.
Remove ribbon.
It's just...
It's okay. I get it.
Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start.
I mean, no?
Faith, Lily, and we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together.
Okay.
The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out,
Okay.
I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they go just to silence someone who had physical evidence?
Narissa, what did you do?
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
You were just trying to protect
Oh,
her.
wow.
Yeah. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the Crooked Man. But then... Oh, God.
Here.
Zawsze działa. Zawsze kurwa działa.
know what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait, so Georgie told you all this? Not the crooked man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the crooked man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
I guess...
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after... that night, after Faith. I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
You?
I walked her over here, and I left her, just hoping that maybe if I couldn't save them, could at least save the rest of us.
You were trying to get my attention. So you started all this.
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The crooked man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence, and the world likes it that way. We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith, or Lily. Nobody cares about us. Not really.
That's not true.
It is. You've just never seen it before. But now you have. You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. Seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her, or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
I go out there and I do my job. I put my life on the line. I get shot at. I do what has to be done for them. But at the end of the day, I'm still the bad guy.
I know, but they'll come around. You'll see. After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You protected your friends, no matter the cost. And you brought justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the crooked man in, everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the crooked man, it was you.
No. It doesn't matter what I do. In the end, it's all the same shit it always was.
You're wrong. You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you.
Oh.
You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
I have to tell you something.
What the fuck?
Trying to place
What
me
the
on my ribbon? Do you like it?
Faith wore one too. Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little Mermaid.
Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about
He
Faith?
said he wanted to run more tests.
I hope you find what you're looking for. I'll see you around. Wolf.
To się... Wow, co? Nie wiem jak to rozumieć do końca, ale co? Czyli albo aktualna Nerissa jest Lily i Nerissa tak naprawdę nie żyje, albo na odwrót, czyli że Lily nie żyje, ale Nerissa wtedy była za nią przebrana. To nie ma sensu, raczej to pierwsze. Czyli że To nie jest Nerissa, to jest Faith, czy tam Lily. To była Faith, nie Lily, co pieprze. Faith. Ta, co była na początku gry i... O, what the fuck? Jezu, proszę, te 2 proszę, żeby ktoś to wypuścił. Czemu Tatum musiał zbankrutować, kurwa? What did you do to Georgie? Oj, no i żem naklikał. Trzeba potem przeczytać. Special stats. Beast. You lied to him about seeing Billy outside the apartment. Ponieważ obiecałem jej. You impressed her with your detective skills. Okay. No, jestem taki zajebistym detektywem, ja pierdolę. You fought him after the interrogation. No wiesz, no co. Colin. You gave him a drink when he asked for one in your apartment. Of course I did. You helped him to avoid the farm. Of course I did. That's what you do for friends, right? Am I right? The crooked man. You took him back to the witching... Czyli dało się do niego wziąć do witching well. No dobrze. You tossed him down the witching well. Yes, sir. Dumb, you killed him. Faith. You gave her money after the fight with the woodsman. Yes, sir. No, czyli jakby na to wygląda, że Nerissa to jest Faith, tylko że ona jest przebrana za Nerissę. A on, no, tak, no, ewentualnie, że to była Nerissa. Nie wiem. Georgie, you smashed up his place. Na jego miejsce to nie ziemniaki, więc nie meshed. You took money from Georgie's safe. No bo mi się miały przydać i się chyba przydało, nie pamiętam. No dobrze. Green Leaf, you burned her tree. No bo trzeba było zrobić to, co było right. Gren, you drank with Gren after Lee's funeral. Of course I did. Holly, you pretended to be woodsman while she passed out. No bo co no. Jack, you made a deal with him. Of course. Lawrence, you went to his place first. You prevented him from dying. Very nice. Nerissa, you gave her a cigarette during your final conversation. You paid her extra money when arranging for your date. O, zapłaciłem tej pieniędzmi za randkę. Daj mi więcej. Profit. You brought her along with you to the trip trap with snow, of course. You promised to bring the crooked man back alive. Tiny Tim, you choose to wait for him. TJ, you accepted his bill and promised to give it to Snow. Dało się kurwa naprawdę nie przyjąć tego prezentu. Wow, what a story. Naprawdę nie wiem, kto to kurwa pisał, ale powinien dostać jakiegoś Oscara zajebanego. Yo, komiksy gamingowe. Czat kupujemy komiks, czytamy na streamie komiks, let's go. Ja chcę zobaczyć player choices. Yes. Ja pierdolę. Kurwa, nie to. Player choices. O. What did you do to Georgie? Ja 60% zabiliśmy Georgiego. Czy sobie Georgie był tym złym? Nie wiem jak to kurwa też odbierać. To jest tak, czy nie ten, to wszystko tak prosi się o sequel. Did you give the Crewman a trial? Ja 60% graczy daliśmy mu ten rozprawę. How did you punish? Ja i 40% rzuciliśmy ten. Tylko 1,5% odmówiło przyjęcia kurwa tego gifta dla Snow. Nie rozumiem jak można było. Tylko ja i 8% powiedzieliśmy none of it matters in the end. No dobrze. Jak tam było to Fables? Mam? Chyba nie mam wszystkich, nie? Tu jakiś mi brakuje. Też jakiegoś... No paru brakuje, ale większość mam. Achievements. Też paru brakuje. A to za te Fable mi brakuje achievementów. Ty. Every achievement. No dobrze. To ja bardzo dziękuję za oglądanie YouTube. Like, subscribe, komentarz. Niedługo jakaś nowa seria, zobaczymy co tym razem. Mam już powiem pomysł, ale zobaczymy. No i trzymajcie się miłego. Cześć.